Just reminding you that we evolved to breathe with a muscle called the diaphragm. The diaphragm muscle is supposed to function independently of any activity. For example, when you run or swim, you can breathe every stroke, or you can breathe every 2 or 3 strokes or strides. The diaphragm works in 2 ways, autonomically or consciously. When you're asleep, you breathe autonomically, without conscious oversight. And that means that whatever you have habituated as your breathing technique, that's what you're going to do when you're asleep, which can lead to really bad things like snoring, shallow breathing, and all kinds of other sleeping problems, apnea. Whereas when you're awake, you may practice a breathing technique such as something you do when you do yoga or Pilates. And that often is something to do with the belly for some reason. If you breathe optimally, you don't feel it, yet you easily inhale the air you need for any activity. Breathing is adversely affected when other muscles constrain the diaphragm and the lungs. Try the following to feel if you breathe from the diaphragm. Stand and jump up in the air once. Did you hold your breath? If you did, you breathe using your belly muscles, because you cannot jump and breathe using the same set of muscles. If you care to prove the point, jump up and down until you're out of breath, and then notice if you're breathing differently than before you began. Sitting is the likely culprit that leads to belly breathing. Your brain doesn't actually know how to organize you to sit because sitting only came into common use about 500 years ago. The brain does know how to organize your body to squat. In the last 60 years, we sit a lot, and it's making our breathing worse at ever younger ages. Every child should be taught how to organize for sitting when they begin school. If you're still skeptical about how you breathe, try the following in standing. Stand and breathe. Still using the belly muscles? Maybe you anticipated me and breathed from your chest. Does it feel tighter to breathe from the chest? Do you get more air or less air? Put a hand on your belly and breathe from the chest. Did your belly contract or push out? Trying to breathe using chest muscles usually constrains the diaphragm even more. Try the following definitive test to determine if you breathe from the belly or the diaphragm. Lie on the floor, flat on your back, no pillow or prop for your head. Breathe. Does your belly pop up or does it contract? Watch this. See this person? She's breathing using belly breathing. That's what it looks like. The belly literally pops up as you breathe. And now try breathing from your chest. And notice this person, she's now breathing from her chest. The chest is going up and down. And that's as good as she can do. Now, when you're lying down, it turns out your brain and body still function as if you're standing up. And that's why the breathing doesn't change. It makes no difference when you're out of gravity. Breathing from the belly causes the muscles to be contracted. They shorten over time and compress, and then they pull the upper body forward and down. As the torso compresses, the belly becomes more protruded and firm as the muscles work ever harder to breathe. People often say their big belly is due to extra weight or beer. But I ask, why should the belly stick out since fat is 60% water? Wouldn't the belly hang down in a big flap? If your belly sticks out, put your hand on it. Is it soft or firm? Breathe and notice if it pushes out or contracts. Belly breathing is the main reason few older people walk with an erect posture. Nowadays, people are round-shouldered and stooped at an alarmingly young age. Not breathing from the diaphragm leads to shallow breathing and many health problems such as high blood pressure, stress, stiffness, headaches, low back pain, and so much more. The NeuroElements approach helps you transition to breathe from your diaphragm and improve how you function in any endeavor. Transition to breathe from the diaphragm, and you will increase stamina and breathing capacity, reduce stress on your entire body, and improve the quality of every function in any endeavor. For more information on the NeuroElements approach, go to neuroelements.com.